ENS all over the world. That's what that song reminds me, right? This is a global community. Good morning to this global community, right? We have people in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa. We had them all on this show. We had them all on this show, and that's what makes this space special. The select group of visionaries that are here early coming together, to push this space forward. Now, two things I want to share, actually, three things I want to share in this opening segment of the show. One is I think it's vital that we begin to really make an effort to bring on non crypto natives into the ENS space, right? Because right now, those who understand ENS at least a decent level, I think it's hard to fully grasp, hard to fully understand, right? I'm still learning about it, and I've been in crypto for a little while, but we have to continue to expand. We have to continue to bring on non crypto natives, continue to educate, continue to help onboard, continue to help push this movement to the next level. It's gonna take time. A lot of that comes with an improved technology. A lot of that comes with improved UX. Right now, you have to be technologically savvy in the current market to be able to navigate ENS and crypto, and at least in my opinion, right? It's somebody who, like my parents, who aren't too technologically savvy, they can't come in here and buy ENS domains and do this, that, and the 30, right? So I think there is a barrier there into the UX is improved. But for those who use social media every day, those are the people who we could kind of onboard, right? So I just wanna say that message. If you're here, do your part in trying to onboard the next person into ENS, into crypto. It will go a long way. Next thing I wanted to next point I want to touch upon, which kind of went viral or trending in ENS Twitter last night. There was an interview with the Board A Yacht Club founders on the Nelk Boys podcast. I actually went in and I watched the whole thing. Pretty decent episode. And the biggest thing that was said for me that was, Gordon, I think the guy's name is Gordon Garner, I don't know. But he's like, it's almost like, in a sense, that ENS is the truest form of digital land. I would say digital real estate, not necessarily digital land. He's probably thinking of the other side is why he said digital land. But I would say, and we've been saying this and we've been seeing this, and I think the exposure that one line alone got is huge for the ENS community, right? Because people actually really look up to those guys, right? So I just want to make that clear. It's not these random virtual worlds that you could add infinite amount of buildings or plots of land or whatever it is that is quote unquote virtual real estate. It's not really scarce. It's all an illusion. All that other stuff is what we call an illusion, right? So what we have here is true virtual real estate, true virtual land. There will only ever be one 5159.eth. There will ever only be one John.eth. There will ever only be you guys get the point. So I say that to say, really embrace this movement we have going on. What you have is a one of one. There won't be another one of it. And another point I want to mention. Somebody just added this. Pakistan just added me about it. But yeah, I was saving Cute Capital for last, the best for last, because Cute Capital is a man amongst boys, right? Cute Capital is what we call a visionary. Cute Capital is what we call someone having conviction to the next level. I just pinned the first tweet. I just pinned up to the top, and he basically said he owns 37 three-letter ENS domains, and he's actually about to sell one of his rental properties in real life to extend them. If that's not true conviction, then I don't know what is. And then he goes to proceed and compare them to their .com values. And starting with the most expensive one being 845,000, and then the cheapest one being 239,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't see the potential in three-letter domains here, even after that statement and the conviction from him selling his in real life property for that, then I don't know what to tell you, right? I don't know what to tell you. This is the only opportunity, in my opinion. Well, let me not say only. That is a very strict statement. This is one of the best opportunities potentially, if you want to compare it to the Web 2 world, to steal 1000x from here. And I said it I said it last episode. Matt Garcia made a phenomenal video where he kind of brought it to everybody's attention again. I said it last episode. I'm saying it again today. You guys see Cute Capital's conviction in this. I have the same conviction. I will say this the same way. It is expensive. It is expensive. You don't know when it's going to pop. We don't know when they're going to have their time. But I guarantee you this, and this is a recorded mic. I don't know if it's going to be 3 months, 3 years, or 13 years. But three-letter ENS domains will not keep going under the rug and not keep being overlooked like this forever, right? There's too much potential. There's too much. It's scarce. It's natural. It's peer. The Web 2 version of them are going for, $500,000, $250,000, $1 million. It only makes sense. And then on top of that, in my opinion, is the subdomain, how clean a subdomain is for a three-letter. You can't beat that, especially for businesses and corporations and things of that nature. But that is enough for me for the day. I want to pass it to our co-host, Ron. Ron, good morning, man. How you doing, bro?
Hey, GM. Started out a little DJing today with a monster and a Bahama Mama hot dog for breakfast. So I don't know where it's going to go from here, but probably hanging out with those ENS Maxi guys kind of got me a little bit back into my DJing ways over the evening. But anyway, yeah, when you talk about digital real estate, Kev, I envision when I was a little kid, some old farmer with his overalls, telling me about land and saying, they ain't making any more, and so it's about scarcity, right? And then when I back in the, early 90s, when we started talking about digital real estate, I remember I had a picture of me out in the Mojave Desert, with my hands out with nothing there. And I used to tell people, look, this is going to be some digital real estate, and other digital real estate's going to be Rodeo Drive, talking specifically about what they did with their websites and how they got it. But I think that's a helpful analogy to think about it. We don't have to get too crazy. It's just about scarcity, and digital real estate's a real thing. We all know that is now, right? It's not like people thought I was a whack job scamming people in the 90s. This is a real thing, and digital real estate's become even more. In the last 2 years, I never would have thought, the sandbox and Bored Apes and all this different stuff could have become so valuable. And I think it's very healthy, very easy way to wrap your hands around. This is digital real estate. We've already seen it with the .coms. We've already seen .coms going for, tens of millions of dollars. I mean, Michael Saylor sold that first website, I remember way back in the day, for $30 million. And he saw that way before other people did. And you hear him talking about Bitcoin being kind of digital gold, digital real estate, right? Well, so are ENS. It's along the same thing. It's a scarce, except maybe more use cases, more practical. So, yeah, man, I just want to give an amen to what Kevin said, man. Think of it as digital real estate. That's not a stretch whatsoever. What makes in real estate, what is it they say, the three most important things? Location, 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 right? Here it's probably utility, utility, utility. I don't know, but yeah, that's good. Looking forward to, once again, the market sucks. It's so funny because I was meeting with my fund managers a couple of days ago on Tuesday, and we talked about dumping a few $1 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything and buying it back, and we decided just to wait. And obviously, it's a play we should have made, but anyway, nonetheless, we're not the short-term goal, so I'm not too worried that we saw this drop, but it's dropping. Meanwhile, ENSs are still rocking and rolling. Something good's happening, just those few pinned tweets we're looking at. I'm telling you, there's always something happening in the ENS space. So it's kind of nice because we're in a nasty bear market and we still have hope and we're still having fun. and just look forward to today's conversation, man. And obviously can't wait for the ENS happy hour this evening, man.
Yeah, yeah. I like what you just said, Ron, with the digital real estate. Not the real real estate. They say location, 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 right? That's why you could. It's $3 million to buy a house on the hills in LA, and it's you know, one third of that to buy a house in North Dakota. Um, but even when you think about ENS and quote unquote utility slash location, ENS will be displayed everywhere, right? On decentralized websites, on decentralized social medias, on Web2 social media, so forth and so on. So when we think about, I think when we first, and this is a true story, and this is not to share on the platform. I'm not going to even say the platform, but I had invested into this virtual world company, well not company, virtual world NFT, and I thought it was cool at the time. I thought it made sense, but after I learned about ENS, and then they talked about expanding and adding more units and more properties or whatever it was, I'm like, man, that's not true real estate, virtual real estate, right? I think a lot of us when we first came into this game was virtual real estate is these cool metaverse buildings and worlds and plots of land, but it's been sitting right in front of us for the past 5 years. But I want to go over to our co-host NFT Verse, and then we'll go over to Crypto Reporter. Good morning, bro.
Hey, GM Kev, GM Ron, GM to the speakers, GM to the whole entire community. Kev, thanks for hosting the ENS Update show as usual in a consistent manner. We appreciate that as a community. Kev, you guys are talking about virtual real estate, and Ron was kind of talking about actual real property real estate. I'm going to tell you guys this too, just to kind of keep it real. If you make money in this space, make sure you scoop you up some real property too, and I mean land. Acquire you some of those assets because and it's good because it's good to diversify, right? So don't always think that, oh man, I got to scoop me up some, land on the other side, and I got to go on this particular project that has land. Oh, it's virtual, okay? So understand that virtual in real life land is different, okay? And you might have to diversify to the point to get you some real life assets too to hold in your portfolio so you have a balance, so you have something to fall back on, right? Because guess what? At the end of the day, that real land is not managed by any devs. Okay, that's just the kind of the real. I just want to put some real information out there today that or advice. Because when we're in this space, sometimes we can get lost a little bit. In this world. So I think it's just proper and it's important that you learn how to truly diversify between real and virtual. So, I'll leave you guys with that point. The other thing, Kev, you had mentioned was, people, the non crypto natives, right? Trying to, get more people onboarded into this space. And then I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, I mean, it's kind of tough because you think about like when is this space going to slow down enough for us to have a window, right, of opportunity to really do some onboarding when it's not moving at 100 miles per hour. But I don't think it'll ever slow down. And Kev, you touched on something important. You said the UX, right? That's what's going to be able to help onboard the non-natives, because if we can speed up the UX of this, then the technology will happen in the background of that UX so that the people understand, kind of from the front side of things, the front end of what's going on. They don't have to worry about the backside and what's being programmed to a certain extent. They just see it all appear right in front of them with the proper UX. So I think that that's a key, is that if there's not a market out there right now for UX creators or designers for Web3, it's approaching pretty quickly. I can definitely tell you that. And the other thing, just to touch on this really quick, the three letters. The domains that Kev's talking about, and then Q Capital had spoke about. I think he might have a. I think he might feel like there might be another project out there, kind of similar to the fraction protocol, that might be wanting to scoop up some three letters. And as the popularity starts to increase with the three letters and that rarity piece, and scarcity, it wouldn't surprise me if another protocol came into this space and was trying to scoop up all the three letters. So I wouldn't doubt that happening either. But yeah, I look forward to the discussion today. I look forward to the Friday night happy hour because I'm gonna tell you, I've had one of those IRL weeks that I'm getting tore down tonight. That is happening tonight on the Friday night happy hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have a great day. I look forward to the discussion.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, man. Good, great points. Let's keep it moving right along. We have my boy Crypto Reporter. Crypto Reporter, how you doing, man?
Hey, good morning, everybody. GM. My head is a little bit more clear from yesterday. I'm not driving around like a madman, so it's good. um, Shout out to everybody on the stage. Everybody, real quick, if you can, if you are listening to me right now, go ahead and give Kev like a round of applause. I think what he's doing is amazing. Um, yeah, and the consistency is on point, man. And if you can as well, just retweet out the space. I feel like there's a lot of people in ENS, and they should all be aware of the ENS morning show. Also, shout out to Miss Pakistan. We are trying to get January back in for the ENS Queen space. She said that she actually is looking perhaps today, maybe tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then sometime next week, so we can try to get just a couple of her thoughts about blockchain tech and where she sees politics role in that. Um, but let me see a couple of speaking points. The thing with Board 8 Yacht Club, I think that was pretty interesting that they gave that little shout out to ENS. I think that will be big. I think Qcoin is actually going to be big, but I'm not sure if the people who are holding the digits are aware of the valuations, right? Because I think someone had valued it at like 2.69 ETH for the four digits, and yet people are still kind of selling below that. But I would really take a second look at that and see what's the real market price for these digital assets. Um, let's see what's else on my mind. Ron, shout out to you, man, because I feel like you really give insight into, where we're going with this. And you did bring up a good point about just digital real estate. And I always go back to this one quote. I had to pull it up because it was just so influential. I think this was the quote that made me rethink what a digital asset is. Um, and we already know that the physical world is being eaten up by the digital. But I think it was this quote by Rick Schwartz himself. He said, in 1995, I compared and equated domain names to real estate and the direct navigation traffic they produce to oil wells. We still do. Oil fuels cars and trucks and traffic, and it's the fuel of the internet and websites. I started with a simple premise and a very strong belief. Domains would go up in value faster than any other commodity ever known to man. And we see that happen now, right? I mean, it's only been, um, just domain names in general have been, here for a very short amount of time. Yet we've seen the amount of money people are spending for just the dot coms, and it's crazy because you start to realize what Bitcoin is, what Ethereum is. It's a commodity money, and I think it was Michael Saylor that also brought up a good point as well. And he said that you want to convert your weaker currency to a stronger currency. You want to convert your weak property to a strong property. So if you have it in some place that has like a weak location or a weak currency, you want to have it somewhere, I guess, like in New York, Manhattan, uh, things like that. You want to be able to convert some of your property to a digital property, because when you have the ability to rent out your digital property, you can rent it out to anyone, anywhere, at any time, and collect revenue that way. So I think it's really important to realize where we are, realize the past, and the things that we are going through, how we got to this point, how we got to this conviction, and then just basically from here be able to build on out the vision that we see that we know is going to happen. So once again, shout out to everybody on stage because I feel like you're a big part of the community. Shout out to the community itself, everybody that is listening. Do your part, share your, it's like speak your piece. I see people in here all the time that are afraid to speak, but I feel like it is important to because I think we all share in this conviction. We all know where we're going. Now I feel like it's time to share it with the world because the world is now watching, you know. So I'll just leave it with that. Keep building. I love everybody. All right, take care.
Yeah, crypto reporter. Every time I hear that quote, it gives me chills, right? Because it's like, man, he was a visionary to even have that quote, the .com, and I think that statement ties more true to into this world of Web3. But yeah, this is an open space, an open forum for the entire community, like what Crypto Reporter said. So if you want to share your conviction, any questions, thoughts, anxieties, frustrations you have, please feel free to request up and come on stage and let it out, and we'll do our best as a community to address it. But I do want to keep it moving right along. Thank you, Crypto Reporter. That was well, brother. Evan 15 was next, and then we'll go to 1289. What's good, Evan?
Hey guys, thanks for all hosting these awesome spaces. I tune in pretty often. They're amazing. I wanted to say what the NFT verse said. I really agree with the whole UX point. I like I think to a degree there's more demand than we even know. There's so much friction right now with trying to onboard people. And the one thing I would point people to is the Rainbow wallet. Mike Damaris, he's the CEO and founder of Rainbow. I think he's CEO, but yeah, he's a founder. He has been a .eth fan for a very long time, and I don't, if anyone hasn't gotten a Rainbow wallet, I highly encourage them to at least check it out. They have a very simple onboarding for ENS that they released over the past couple weeks, and in like literally 3 or 4 clicks, you can add Apple Pay and then buy your .eth in like I said, like literally 5 minutes or less. Like it's kind of impressive, and I could really see at least from like a consumer side, like people for getting their social media accounts of the future and whatnot, their identity. I think that's going to be a huge step of the adoption because right now trying to go through MetaMask, then ENS and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, like, it's not that hard, but I'm a college kid right now, and when I try pitching people, it's just they get a little confused. And anything we can do to reduce those like clicks, that's like what Apple's motto is, like 3 clicks or less to get to wherever they need to go. And I think if we just keep sticking with that, I think we're gonna it's gonna be crazy how much adoption there will be over the next couple of years, exponential in my opinion. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kev, I was gonna say maybe we can get the Rainbow Wallet guy, on your team or somebody from the team on ENS Update show. Maybe we just kind of reach out to him and see if we can get him up here one day.
We'll do. Yeah, let's do it. I'll look into that right after this episode. I want to say to Evan, yeah, man, I think that you make great points. But even bigger than that, man, you're in college, bro, and man, when I first invested into crypto, I was in college, right? I think I was probably like a junior, sophomore in college, and this was the 2017, 2018 pump and dump, and it dumped, and I sold everything at a loss because I didn't really understand it back then. The only thing you could buy on Coinbase then was Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those were in Litecoin. I think those are the only three assets on Coinbase at that point of time. And that was my first introduction to crypto. And I made some money. I didn't sell. Then it basically dumped all the way down. But I want to say to you, Evan, man, you're in a great space right now. You're in a great place, bro. Hodl, do your thing. Keep on learning. Keep on grinding, man. If I could go back in time, I would, hodl those little Bitcoins that I did have. So don't make the same mistake I made, bro. Just hodl, man.
Yeah. I'm actually planning. I'm kind of waiting on my funds from a centralized exchange right now. I'm trying to get a couple more digits. I'm so bullish on like crypto. I've actually been in the space in I was 17 or 18, and right now it's like it's my full time thing. I just love it so much, and I'm so bullish. And like you said, there's just so much time. Like I'm right now I'm 20. It's like I could hold for 10 years and still be 30. So yeah, trust me, I'm with you, Kev. Thanks for hosting the spaces, guys.
Love it, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go over to 1289. 1289, man. Good morning, bro. How you doing, man?
Out, so I'm going to be very quick. I'll be jumping in on the Friday night later tonight. It's going to be fun, I'm sure, right? NFTverse. But I wanted just to touch on what Ron was saying about property, right? Being location, location, location. And I believe that ENS is that as well. We just need to envision that location as being the human psyche. So any word that is part of the collective, word that means something to all of us, will have a better uh, connection, headspace towards a certain amount of people, a segment of the population. So I still believe that location, regardless of utility, is quite important. And you just need to think of these names as a grid in the city. And some words are just prime real estate, and some are just slum. That's the guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Ron, did you want to say something to that? I think we lost Ron. But yeah, 1289, you're kind of going in and out there. But what I got from there is think of it like prime real estate in the city. Some words, yeah, you're kind of mumbling a little bit there. Um, I didn't catch majority of that, to be honest.
I'm out. Probably is too loud on your end.
Now you sound clear now, but it is what it is. I think I got the main point. I think the main thing was some words are like the prime real estate within a city in itself. So I agree, man. Thank you, 1289. Look forward to seeing you tonight at the ENS happy hour. We'll keep the show moving right along from there. I want to go over to the lovely ENS queen, 3402. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kev, Ron, NFTverse, the entire community. Happy Friday. Looking forward to happy hour as well and listening to this conversation. I saw Kev sold for 40 ETH, which, as we know, is way too low, but it was interesting to see that sale. And then the three digits, I saw a few three digits sell in the last 24 hours for around 27 ETH. So seeing the four digits start to be fractionalized makes me so bullish. And I mean, I'm sure it is for all of us because I mean, why do we fractionalize when assets are too expensive to buy alone? We fractionalize. So investment firms fractionalize real estate, companies are fractionalized, sports teams are often also fractionalized. So in order to fractionalize, the structure will want to know there is liquidity and have that conviction. um, and I was looking at over some of the numbers. 8,200 ETH of three digits have been traded, which is 300 ETH of buying could be done at an average of 30 ETH, which is 11 above floor price. So 300 ETH of buying in four digits would move the floor price 25%. So when these numbers are gone, they are gone. Limited supply, supply and demand, digital real estate, like Kev keeps saying. So, yeah, I'm excited to be
Hey,
here.
3402. I'm going to ask you to repeat that math an hour and a half into the happy hour tonight and see if you can do it.
No, no, I'll get muted. Remember, it's against the rules.
Okay, because
But
I know you even have trouble saying the NFT versus names. So I just thought,
yeah,
that's pretty. That kind of wowed me with those with that ciphering skills you had right there.
yeah, that won't be happening on happy hours. Sorry, that's maybe in the first 10 minutes I can get there. But I'm happy to be here with everyone and continue our journey up into the right. Looking forward to the rest of the speakers. And yes, of course, happy hour. Thanks, Kev, for hosting and having me up.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Right, I think it's always great when we have representation from an ENS queen on stage. So you hold it down for the community and any other ENS queens, ladies. We want the ladies to speak. We want the ladies to have a voice in this community. So feel free to request and speak your truth. Let's keep the show moving right along here. We just brought up 184. 184. Good morning, man. How you doing, bro?
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm doing well. Hope everyone else is as well. We're coming up to the weekend. The weekend is always a strange time for me because Monday to Friday are always the more exciting days. But I'll keep things brief right now. I just want to let you all know that we're doing a fundraiser for 1289 to get them a better microphone and also for 0095 to afford a PFP. If either of those two would like to speak to that, lovely. Otherwise, have a great weekend.
Thank you, man. Have a fantastic weekend, 184, man. Appreciate you coming on here and speaking, brother. And 0095, yep, he's sending his emoji, so I'm pretty sure he got the message there. Let's go over to Jason. Jason, good morning, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I got nothing special to say. I just fucking coming up and vibing with you guys and chilling out. Drinking, fucking having a smoke, fucking chilling.
You in Australia,
Yeah,
Jason?
I'm in Australia. Yes, like 1:34 in the morning in Australia. I'm
Nice.
out by the pool, out by the fucking coolabah tree. I could sing you the song. You know, she's like my missus like, no, don't.
Wait, Jason, you
I sing you Australian song. Who wants to hear my Australian song?
sing it, bro.
Do it,
All
man.
right.
Go.
You sing it with me. Come on. Give me a home among the gum trees, with lots of plum trees, a sheep, a tuna, kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, a veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Yeah. That's all I got.
Hey, NFT first. It looks like the happy hour has started for Jason.
Wow. That's all I can
Yeah.
say is wow.
It's pretty good. Hey, I had to fight off all the, what are they called, record labels and all that, and I said, nah, I've got my own music. I'm gonna put it on my own blockchain. Please leave me alone, people. Like, I had iTunes, everybody trying to get at me, and I said, I just want to
Well, I
put my
loved
own
it.
shit out there.
I loved it, Jason.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, brother, don't go swimming. Don't go swimming for a few hours.
Yeah, we got a pool. Look, there's what's that thing called near the pool? That's the raft thing. What's it? Canoe. A canoe, people. You've had too many drinks when you don't even know what a canoe is.
Yeah, stay out of that canoe, brother, and stay in the shallow end. We need
Definitely.
we hope
I
to
am
see in
not. It's
future
too cold.
spaces.
It's like 14 degrees. That's cold here in Australia. 14 degrees Celsius. Like, we do not swim in that. And then people come over, like foreigners come over, and it's like summer to them. And then we watch them swim, and we're like, holy crap, you guys are like pretty whacked.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. I think thank you for adding some spark to the show. I think this is a great time to reset the room. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ENS Update Show. We do this every Monday through Friday from about 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the number one show in all of Twitter, right? This is the number one space in all of Twitter. So if you are here, you are special, you are a visionary, and most importantly, you're going to make it. Hopefully, I have an asterisk next to that. Hopefully, there. I want to keep the show moving right along. We have Gary Palmer Jr. on stage. Gary, good morning, man. How you doing, bro?
Oh man, I never know when my name is going to be called. You got to be on point when you're on Kev's show. ENS Updates is like, yeah, people paying attention. People know what's happening. If you're in the audience, I hope you're listening, taking notes, doing your research. Yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. The Bored Ape stuff is really, really cool, and it's just blow after blow after blow of just like people just lifting. It's like blow's the wrong word, but it's like it's like all this good information, right? Like what Visa said about how crypto addresses are going to become your mailing addresses, and just what Bored Ape said, and just we see all this information that's pushing in the right direction. I sort of get worried because, like, what am I missing? I need to be finding the devil in the details. I need to be finding, like, what is it about the competitors I'm not thinking about. So I'm always trying to check myself. But I keep on going back to, like, the biggest risk is just people not educating themselves. The biggest risk is that people don't become self-sovereign, right? Like I posted up, Jake said it's been a full week since the Dutch authorities arrested a Tornado Cash developer for allegedly, creating Tornado Cash to help criminals. Well, guess what? Criminals use Twitter, and so there's developers that are helping criminals on Twitter, developers that are helping, right? Like every app bad guys are going to use, and the authorities haven't said what he did wrong other than write code. We need a full explanation because this directly affects what we're doing in this open source technology, right? It's like, think about it, like everything is going really, really good for us, and we need to be educated on this industry because there will actually be competitors. And so, like in the other tweet that I pinned up to the top, I was just saying that I would rather use ENS as my decentralized digital identity system than any other system that gets generated. And we see from other competitors, like Unstoppable Domains, other competitors like the World Economic Forum, other competitors like Handshakes. There's a lot of competitors coming down the pipeline, and you just have to ask yourself, like, what type of system do you want controlling your money? What kind of system do you want controlling your art? What kind of system do you want controlling your identity? And do you want that to be done through handshakes? Do you want that to be done through the World Economic Forum? Do you want that to be done through Unstoppable Domains, Corporation? Or do you want it to be with an open source, collaborative, decentralized, immutable, censorship resistant, protocol? And so I'm choosing ENS, right? And that's why with this education that we have in the most fantastic ENS space in existence, maybe ever, this room right here, if you don't know, every day at 11 a.m., I'm very, very appreciative because we can share this information about what's happening with ENS, what's happening with the market, what's happening with the technology, what's happening in the culture, what's happening on the enterprise level, what's happening on the legal and protocol side, right? And I know a lot of people look up to me, and I really appreciate it. But it's because of everyone coming and sharing this information and tweeting good stuff and participating that I'm able to grow, and it's reciprocal, right? Like, we're here for each other. This is about inclusion. This is about using the word and just the more of us that are together, despite our differences, the stronger, we're going to be, because together we are ENS.
Wow, what a way to drop the mic. You just did a mic drop there. Together we are ENS, and yeah, that is a great statement, Gary, and I agree, man. This space, we cover all aspects, all bases, all frontiers of the market, the ENS market in particular, within the hour and 30 minutes that we have here. So yeah, shout out to you, Gary, for being such a what we call is an OG in this space, and continue to deliver, continue to help build this community. So that doesn't go unnoticed. We are much appreciated. We are very grateful to have you here, man. I want to keep the show moving right along. Let's go to Flexter, King Flexter. What's good, King?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for having me. RN1 told me you guys were having your space. I want you guys to know, we do host that Scuffed Spaces for the ENS Maxis over there, which is a hell of a show as well. That we just have a lot of fun buying these ENS Maxis. Excuse me? Excuse me, did you hear me? 5159?
Yeah.
No, that was Jason. He's already started the partying at 1 a.m. down in Australia, so he just
yeah, okay.
He hit his.
All right, yeah, let's mute Jason for a minute. So yeah, just thank you so much for having us. And what I want to say about this is, you've had me on here before, 5159, but I was under Crypto Coda. And when I was under Crypto Coda, you couldn't read my whole name because, I'm using my phone. So it was something for me when I found the ENS Maxi that I could find an identity for my ENS names because, you know, I have over 200 of them. I mean, so I was in the ENS space far. I was in your space far before I was in any Maxi space. But when the Maxis did come out, it kind of found an identity for me. I was changing my PFP all the time. You know what I mean? And I just didn't like it. And my name was really long, so people couldn't see it on the screen. So ENS works really good for me. Like if you can shorten your name, of course, the shorter the name, the better, the more valuable as most people see it. But I see it as more of an actual flex, the shorter your name, because people can see it on the screen. They can see, you know, the full name. And then with the Ethereum logo matching the PFP Maxi, you know, I've tweeted it out before. ENS and the Maxis, they go together like sand and butt cracks, man. I mean, it's just an awesome, awesome opportunity for all the ENS holders to put an identity on themselves. I was in the space earlier with Satoshi when he was saying, imagine your avatar being your resume. Just imagine that, you know, I mean, that's 2032 stuff when you're talking about what Satoshi and Dylan was talking about today. So I'm aped into this project for ENS. Like I said, top 1,000 holders. I consider myself a maxi, and that's why I bought the PFP. And they just go together, hand in hand, man. So I really want to. And look, like our space is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like we don't stop. Unless it's the ENS Update show. We will shut down our space to come over here and support you guys. So that's probably why you've seen a few minutes ago another 50 or 60 people added to your space because all the maxis came over here to listen to you, brother. So by all means, that's what we do. If the ENS community can boost the maxis boost the ENS community, it just works for everybody. So I'm sorry I took up so much time and bless you for having me, brother.
Hey, Flexter, I wanted to say two things. First off, thanks, because I listened to a lot of the spaces yesterday, and it was awesome. You guys were doing all kinds of stuff to educate people about ENS. You know, I heard you telling people about, you know, strategy of buying domains and things like that. So we really appreciate. I think there's a lot of synergy there. The other thing I wanted to say is I heard you say today, and I've never heard this before. You said you were about 50 years old and you missed the first .com, and I don't hear that much, right? That's the first time since I've been on these spaces or I've been in crypto, I heard someone say, "Hey, I missed the .com. I'm not going to miss this."
I've been saying it in these
Yeah.
spaces. I've been saying it in these spaces, RN1. I am 50. Yeah, my 50th birthday was on the 13th. 5159 gave me a shout out. Just Shields sent me a nice card for my 50th birthday. It was under crypto coda, Just Shields. I've changed my name so you can read the full thing now, guys. I'm Flexter now. But yeah, definitely the community has been amazing. And yeah, I'm 50, man. So I miss .com, and I'll be the first to hold my hand up and say, what an idiot, man. Nobody believed in the internet. Nobody knew what the web fucking was. Nobody knew what the internet was, and I missed it. And at this point with .eth, I'm learning so much from you guys at 50. You're making me feel like a degen, like I'm back, you know, when I was 20 years old, .com craze. I feel 20 in the .eth craze, brother.
Yo, yeah, man. As you're speaking, you just made me bullish. I just want to say thank you to the ENX Maxi for supporting me, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and you know, this is not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a shill. I'm just talking to Flexter. I think I'm gonna go. I appreciate the support, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy an ENS Maxi because I am an ENS.
Yeah! Yes, sir. Do
And
it, 5159. Do it, baby.
and ladies and gentlemen, this is by no means financial advice or anything of that nature. These things are $25 USD. I could afford to have at least one of these things. So I'll probably do that after this space. Yeah, appreciate you coming up, man. All love to the ENS Maxi community. It's there, like Ron said, it's clear synergy there, right? You guys are onboarding people into ENS. It represents what ENS is all about. And that's what we're all about here, right? So yeah, thanks, man. We'll keep it moving. We'll keep the show moving right along here. We have Tekken 7. How you doing? Good morning.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I just came to say hi and just wanted to know I think I kind of missed the updates and I couldn't understand the tweets. So is something happening with ENS this week?
Well, we
Well,
just hit
every
2
week.
million registrations for one. That was a big thing that we celebrated a couple days ago. And then go ahead, Gare.
Oh, I was just saying that every week, but then I misspoke. Every day there's things happening with the ENS, and yeah, I mean the sort of like the big, I mean, 1 million people follow the Bored Apes, and the Bored Apes, think about this: 1 million people follow the Bored Apes on Twitter, right? It's the #1 NFT project in the world, and they own the CryptoPunks. They just released 100,000 pieces of land in the other side metaverse. And then they say that ENS is the truest form of digital land. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that, right? It's like every single follower of the Bored Apes should be dropping a brick and thinking, oh my goodness, the Bored Apes own BAYC.ETH. Oh my goodness, the Bored Apes know what ENS is. They own their ENS. They think it's the truest form of digital land, and they sell their own digital land.
And
It's like,
Gary, not to interrupt you, but you probably saw in our 1 million-person celebration, almost all the founders and the majority of those 5,000 people on there were all rocking ENS names, .eth names. So that got me pumped.
yeah. So what, I mean, I don't want to speculate too much, but I mean, I can't help but to put the pieces together, right? And so what are people going to do when the Bored Ape or the other side land, they want to be Web3 and, they're EMV compatible and they want to have human readable, names, not just, human readable names on the blockchain names. Yeah, I mean, this interview is just.
That was Ron, by the way, y'all.
Sorry, man. I can't scroll with my left thumb. I muted the master, Gary himself, man. Sorry.
No, yeah, but I mean, it's just the glue that binds the whole thesis together. That they know what ENS is, they acknowledged ENS. It's just how can you not speculate that they're going to be, developing, it's just, and that's just one example, right? I mean, every single company that wants to get involved with NFTs and Web3, they do it using Ethereum. And the standard for Web3 and Ethereum is ENS. It's created by the Ethereum Foundation, and closely tied in with Chainlink. I didn't talk about it when I spoke earlier, but the whole CCIP that's being worked on, the cross chain interoperability protocol that's being worked on between Chainlink and the ENS team, it is very significant, right? It's going to allow a lot of things to happen. If you guys want a little bit of speculation, like a little bit of rumor or something, I think that the subdomain wrapper is done. I personally, I don't know this for sure. I'm just giving you total rumors, right? Like not even rumors. Like I'm making up my own personal speculation. I think it's all done. I think the audit's done. I think that they, they're probably doing some final touches. Like they probably wouldn't release it right now if they I don't think they're able to release it right now necessarily, but I think that they're waiting for the merge to be complete. I mean, think about it. You have the merge happening next month. Like why would they release the wrapper? And then it's just there's going to be compounding. Like every day, there's going to be more and more coming out about ENS. Like we reached 2 million. Well, an extra. We went from 1 million to 2 million ENS names in 3 months. That's a million different ideas that people registered. Hundreds of thousands of addresses. Like I think we added on like 150,000 new addresses. And so all of those are ideas and all of that development. Yeah, guys, I gotta stop talking. it's so palpable, and they tip their hat, I think.
Hey Gary, awesome stuff, man. And hey, by the way, great space you were in talking with Satoshi and Sadaf last night. That was awesome space. Love that. And then I wanted to say, I'm for the rest of the space, I got to rock my Alien 420 ring ENS Maxi, since we have like 30 of them in here showing the love. So, and then maybe when the floor hits 1 ETH, I might change for sure.
Ron, I dig it, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it, man. Love it, man. I'm actually, as we're speaking, I'm actually scrolling through and seeing which one of these little guys I resonate with the most. So I can pull the trigger on. Yeah, so
They
I'll
have some crown ones. They have some crown ones, Kevin.
Hey,
So that might be a
5159.
temporary one for you.
5159. I like what you just said, 5159. You said that you're looking at this PFP and you're seeing if they're one you can resonate with. And that is the key. I've been saying it since the beginning of this project, that everybody can relate to this project. There's white skin, brown skin, dark skin, different hairdos, different jewelries. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, 5159, but at the beginning of the project, the females all had some pretty basic hair. And then the team shot out update or maxi fresh your metadata. The queens went to the beauty shop. And then when you maxi freshed your metadata, all the queens had a new hairdo. Like they had a new hairdo. There was afros. There was queens crowns. This team just keeps updating the metadata, bro. So bless you, brother. It's just the team's making it fun. You're making it fun. I dig it. And I like the fact that you said you're looking at one that you can resonate with because Drowning, she said she bought hers because it looked like her. So I feel this project, and bless you. Sorry to jump in.
No, all good, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be still looking here, but let's keep it moving right along, y'all. We have just Shields and then O1. Just Shields, what's good, bro?
Can I just ask one more question?
Oh yeah, all you Tekken.
Yeah, I've been trying to onboard people in ENS because I think it's fun. Also, like, it just kind of, you know, it, I just feel that people are missing out on ENS just being in NFTs. So I was having a talk with a friend the other day, and he told me that ENS has been picked clean. So he means that there are like no good names on the primary left. And he told me, and I think it was around when we hit 2 million. So he's like, the 2 million names registered, and like how do you find a good name now? Like, how do you mint a good name now? So I honestly considered his question. So like, what are your thoughts on this? That then like no good names to be found on the primary now. Is that it? Should we start looking at secondary market now?
I just want to say real quick that on one hand, yes, everyone should always be looking at the better names. Everyone should always be upgrading to better names. But I also want to say that when there was only 100,000 names registered, people said all the good names were gone. And then when there were, 1 million names registered, you guys were here. Remember way back when? Remember 3 months ago? And when we had 1 million names sold, and like all the good names were registered, right? Now we're at 2 billion. And like, yes. Like people should be upgrading to single word grails if you got the money in the funds. Like these are, you want to but there's probably still good names available, right?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You just got to be creative.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely still gems out there. And if you have an idea for a project, think about subdomains, because you can build off your main domain, and if you have an idea, just go with that, and then you can build around it.
Yeah, to finalize that, I think it also comes down to what is the intent? What is your intent, right? Because yes, we're here for profit, but when there's 2 million, there's what 100 million .coms registered, so something like that, or probably a little bit more than that. And when there were 2 million .coms is registered, what back in 1995 or something, and then I'm pretty sure there was 998 million other whatever. You get the math I'm trying to do. My math was way off there, but you guys get the point. The point I'm trying to make is what is your intent, right? If the intent is the intent to flip, is the intent to use the ENS domain for your own project, is the intent to give it to a friend, like what is the intent, right? And then you find out what is best suited for you based off of your intent. Right now, huge opportunities here is clearly the digits 3, 4, and 5 digits. I think Ron's been speaking about. Ron had conviction in 5 digits, way early, right? And the more time passes by, the more we go through the days. I think 5 digits are probably going to be a phenomenal low cost, high return investment in the months and years to come. That provides instant liquidity. That's kind of my focus. What can give me liquidity? What can I do that I can get in and out of positions fairly quickly that I needed to? Names and words. You might have to wait for the perfect buyer. You might have to wait for the right buyer. If you want to get the price that you want, if you have a grill, you might get these low ball bids here and there. So I think it comes down to what is your intent? What do you wish to accomplish? Do you wish to flip something? If you wish to flip something, maybe look at the numbers first, right? If you wish to hold something a little bit longer, maybe look at some one word grills. And if you wish to, play around with the market, then kind of go in and mint some things. But I do want to say we are still in a buyer's market right now, right? Your ideal seller at this point of time probably doesn't even know ENS exists yet. So don't be so quick to try to sell things, or quote unquote. Let me not say sell things. Sell your grails, I should say. Your grails, the ones that you hold special, hold those for a little while, for probably the next 24 to 36 months, I'll say. But just share. I hope that answered your question, Tech, and that was a great question, by the way. But just share. Good morning, man.
Good morning, GM 5159, brother. Thank you for hosting this space, man. Right last night when we were in this space and it was getting late, and I was like, man, I have to make it to that 5159. And sometimes when you open up spaces, it's very hard to close because you want to be able to impact so many people, man. But the only thing that kept on going in my mind, man, I gotta be there, man. Gotta be there for 5159 because that guy just brings in just pure pack of legends in the room, man. And it's just insane that there's so many people that don't know about this. Guys, do your family a favor, do your friends a favor, do this universe a favor. If you're not able to onboard people or you feel like you're not able to connect with people, it's okay, man. Get them straight to the source. The source is ENS updates. Let them come in and absorb and hear the legends. This room is filled with legends. So 5159, thank you for hosting, man. Ron, dude, I haven't been able to connect with you on one, but just the fact that you come out here and you share this alpha, man, this is totally amazing. um, and I'm gonna go to ENS Punks because a lot of times we see these spaces, and it really depends on the type of person you are and the data you receive. One thing I want to shout out to ENS Punks is that, dude, every time you go for these big runs, man, I just want to share with you that somehow it has also helped me because now I go for my walks, right? So I just want to just give that back to you because you don't know how it may affect someone. So I just want to say that, thank you for making those runs because, when I see you doing consistently, then maybe after a day or two, I'll pick up my run. So appreciate the vibes. And then obviously, Gary Palma Jr., man, thank you for being here, bro. Like, I've heard you not in this space, but many other spaces. And, you've also hopped into Just Chill space. So I just want to say thank you for doing that, man. You're in so many places at the same time, but you're a pure legend when it comes to like multitasking. Like I've seen how you move, and I've gotten to learn that from you as well. Flexer, now I know exactly who you are, man. Happy belated 50th birthday. I remember sending you a greeting card. That is just so awesome, man. I didn't know that Flexer was also one of your names. And I know Tekken was here. Tekken, I don't know if you're still here or not, but let me tell you one thing, and I totally believe this. If you really believe that there are no more ENS domain names, then you're absolutely right. But if you believe that even after 2 million registrations, there are some grails out there, then you're also absolutely right. The reason why I'm going to share this with you is because I have tons of names that I've been able to find. And with time and efforts, I'm going to go ahead and register them. So, guys, if you feel or if you believe that these names are out, then you're absolutely right. But if you believe that they still exist, then you're absolutely right. It's all about creativity, it's all about innovation, it's about what are you doing to push it to the next level. So, I feel like that is kind of very important. And just want to shout out to what happened yesterday with Zero Coin, Sadaf, Dylan. I heard Dylan for the first time yesterday, and let me tell you, we had to move our space. We had a space scheduled for 9 p.m., and we moved it, and because sometimes it's all about the bigger picture. So if you focus on the bigger picture, man, good things happen. And that space was just utmost scenario that I've never experienced. And with how purity this guy spoke, was totally amazing. What I didn't like was, how someone was bashing him about something, and he shared something. So I wanted to share something here with the community, if that's okay with you guys, and that is to show love to someone that who's winning out there. When you're winning out there and you're doing the best for everybody else, you want them to continue to show support to them. It doesn't matter how early they are. It doesn't matter how much longer they're into the game. But our objective is to allow the for those who want to win, we want to make sure that we support people that want to continue to focus on winning. And after getting inspired for Dylan, I felt like there were more people like him that we need to support. So if you know any winner out there, if you know someone who's always doing the right things, you never know what might become a barrier for them. So I just pinned this. It's basically keep winning, universe. Stay focused to be winning. We shall continue to celebrate your milestones. So if you know anyone who's been working really hard, regardless of what it is, man, feel free to tag them because you will uplift and inspire them. And that's what Just Chill is all about, man. When we come together, we're strong. And I think sometimes it's not about us, it's about the whole space. And if we focus on the space, there's no limit to where everybody can go together. This is a much bigger piece of a pie and a much bigger piece of a puzzle. And last but not the least, Zero Coin, thank you for allowing me to do certain things, man. I totally appreciate you. I always like to get people's confirmations and their authorization before I make any move when it comes to related to anything. So this way, I just want to move in the most ethical way, and hopefully pave the way of how things happen in the space. Um, and then who's not excited for the NFT worst, man? Can we please give a big shout out and love? Man, that's where I felt home right after 5159's ENS updates. I look forward to that person's space, man. And 3402 also hosts that place from time to time. If you have not checked out ENS Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, let me tell you, there's a very big piece of a puzzle you guys are missing, right? And and you know how amazing it feels when someone goes off according to they're not according to the rules. Man, it doesn't matter what it is. He's so flat out on the processes. He mutes. You have no idea how many people have been muted. It is so funny when that happens. But you know what? That's the flex. I respect that, because there's no shilling in that space. And man, if you want to have some fun, invite your peoples because those episodes when that happened, some really really big names have been muted in that space, and it's just so much power. So 5159, man, just want to say thank you for what you do. Ron, thank you. Gary Palmer Jr., thank you. Enos Bunks, thank you. 3402, Flexta. man, the list 00 coin, man, the list goes on, man. Like I can't say everybody's name, but you know who you are, man. And the NFT worst, man. I see you there, bro. Thank you so much for hosting those amazing spaces. Crypto reporter, man. It was very nice connecting with you as well. And guys, take it away. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for the space, and thank you for bringing the universe to the space. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man. I feel, yeah, thank you for the kind words. Just shows always comes on here and says his kind words and uplifts the community, and that's the energy we need, man. So much appreciated. I do want to keep it moving here. We're running short on time. Let's go. 01. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for making this happen every day. So every time I come here, I feel re-energized and reassured I'm in the right path for sure. So I just wanted to jump in real quick and thank Ron for joining the Max's Spaces yesterday. It was fun. He was able to see how things are playing out there. Flexter's energy is just through the roof. He keeps it going with 7170. It's very good energy. They keep it going forever. Now, as to the point where like Tech and Seven was making earlier today, I'm very proud of you. That's exactly what I've been trying to do. That's all I can think of. Keep trying to onboard people. And the main thing I wanted to bring out is that this morning I found out that there is an ENS Portuguese community, and Portuguese is my first language. So I am going to do my part to onboard the Portuguese speaking community. There's 200 million people in Brazil and probably 10, 20 million people in Portugal. And of course, other countries too. So I will 100% do my part to onboard and help onboard more people from that community. With that, I have a question that I should have asked yesterday during Dylan's space because he may be the person to ask. But if there's someone technical that could help me out, that would be great. When we register names with accents like a tilde or a circumflex accent, the characters on the string, they look a little funny, just like when you register like an Arabic digit or something like that. They're not straightforward like normal letters and normal numbers. Is there anything we should be worried about when registering those, or should we wait for the normalization, or are we all good? Are those going to work just out of the box? If anyone can clarify that, I'd appreciate it.
Wait, can you ask the question again, please?
Yes, of course. I want to know if when someone registers a name that has an accent on it, okay, like a tilde or a circumflex accent, do those work just right out of the box, just like a normal name with numbers and normal letters, or should I be worried about those and wait for normalization to trust that those will work right now?
You get them now.
Yeah, you can
They're,
get them now.
yeah, and as you know, right, being I think you said a Portuguese speaker, it really matters having the tilde or having the accent. It's not the right word, right? If it doesn't have it,
Correct.
you
Correct.
agree, right? Yeah, exactly. So, you in fact do want those with that are spelled correctly in your language, and they all, for the most part, they all work. When you're just buying the word, they work correctly. I heard there's some weird things when you're buying the word and you add an emoji, then sometimes that has some problems. But yeah, just get those words, and then I don't know. I personally, I would also get the misspelling that's without the tilde or the accent. This way, you just own both, and it kind of increases the value of having a monopoly, like you're playing the game Monopoly.
Great. Awesome. Thanks for the info. Thank you, guys.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, it was good. This is Enos Properties speaking. I want to double say about this Portuguese and just different, like basically technically not non-ASCII characters ENSs. And I've asked somebody that is on the ENS like core div team the other day in their space, and I don't recall their name, so just Let me pull up the my phone. I'm not following a lot of people. Yeah, Alicia. So her handle is Future Alicia, and she's governance from ENS Domains. And I am from Saudi myself, so I I faced this when Arabic comes in, and I asked her about this, and she said that we want to make it for everybody, including people of different like languages and stuff, to feel like if they feel like this is the right name that should represent their ENS registration and their identity on Web3, it needs to be the case also. So non-ASCII characters will be considered deeply. And from a dev point of view, the way I see it forward is we will not be seeing warning signs anymore besides ENS names that are non-ASCII characters or something that have like just different characters specific to a specific language. And it will be done deeply in the dev team. So for example, if you want to check out from Web3 store, or you want to send somebody something, you want somebody to send you something, and your name has like a Spanish or Portuguese something or Arabic, um, the core development of this app that you're going to use, MetaMask or whatever it is going to have these limitations where it's pretty difficult to make mistakes, and it will double check with you, oh, you've done this, you've done that, or whether the address exists at all, or just different parameters that will make you so sure that, yes, there is different characters, it's in Arabic, etc., but this is the person that I want to send like 3 ETH to, for example. So I wanted to comment this because I've got it from their space. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man, for letting me know. And one of the inspirations I had was Bashara. He's translating a lot of the content into his language too. So I want to make myself available to the community in general and to the Portuguese and Latino speaking community. If there's anything I can help with, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out and set things up. So thank you so much for joining the
Yeah,
ENS
you're
community.
welcome. Bishara is awesome. I know Bishara personally. I've had him in my spaces many times on my personal account. But he's awesome. And also, anybody who wants to register Arabic, please come my way. I've done it for so many people. People from Australia have wanted, and I just like answer them. Because there has been some mad registrations that mean nothing in Arabic. And so many words in Arabic can have double meaning. So, anybody wants any help with that, I'm here.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciate the effort what you guys are doing for the community. Do want to move the show right along here. Let's go official Rylon, and then we'll go ENS Punks, and then Evan 15.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving me, time to come up here. Super appreciate it. I just learned what ENSs were literally about a week and a half ago, and I fell in love with them. Also want to give a little shout out to you ENS Maxis, little sexy profile pictures, loving it. And of course, my rare Pepes, you all are so sexy. So with that being said, like I said, I just started getting into the ENS game myself, just like literally the past week and a half, 2 weeks. I started going crazy, buying a bunch of them. I'm setting up my friends' small businesses, other local businesses in my area, buying their domain names, and helping them set up everything so that way they can accept, crypto in a much less complicated way. I went to go transfer one yesterday though, and I've transferred a couple of them, but it's the first time I've encountered this problem. It said something about I have to change the resolver at the bottom before that they can I already transferred it, so I gave them the register, I gave them the controller aspect, and normally you could just go to the address, delete my address, put your own address, hit that save button at the very bottom, and then boom, it's yours. You could set your name. But when I transferred it to him, it said that I had to choose a different resolver. So we clicked on the public resolver, and it just sat there just pending and never really changed or did anything. And that's the first time that I've encountered that. So I just didn't know if anybody had any kind of help with that kind of issue.
Just refresh the page and see if it went through, or check your MetaMask, Etherscan, make sure it went through. On a side note, make sure you're on the right website, just in case. But yeah, you're on the right website. Check the name, check the resolver. If it's using the pub resolver, fine. If it's not, then yeah, go back in there. Refresh the page. Make that go through. Sometimes transactions just get stuck. But yeah, it's most people just use the public resolver. It's great. And yeah, the registrant, whoever's the registrant of the name, owns the name. All they can do is give the name to somebody else. And the second thing that they can do is that they can change the controller. The controller is the technical admin. They could basically do everything except sell the name. And then, yeah, then you need to set the public resolver if you kind of want to use the name for stuff. And then the other thing you definitely want to do is add your Ethereum address to the list of cryptocurrency addresses. And then while you're in that section, just add or delete anything that you want to add or delete.
You said add your address to the cryptocurrency sections.
Separately from the registrant and the controller, which could theoretically be the same address. Then there's like a list of cryptocurrency addresses. If you're an Indiana manager and you're looking at that name, you can put in your Ethereum address and your Bitcoin address and your Litecoin and your Dogecoin and whatever.
Okay.
You sort of have to have, I mean, assuming you're going to use your name, basically you sort of have to have your an Ethereum address in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's required to do things like set the name as your primary, Web3 identity username.
Correct. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do yesterday, and it said that he could not set his primary ENS name until the resolver was switched to. Oh, I wish I had the exact error message right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So make sure, just make sure it's the public resolver,
okay.
and see who owns the name, and then see who's the controller of the name, and whoever's the controllers can make these updates. And the controller can do two things. It should do two things. One, make sure they're using the public resolver, and two, make sure that their Ethereum address is in the Ethereum cryptocurrency address field, which is below that is below the public resolver.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'll definitely get with him and double check that. Like I said, I transferred a couple of them and they went through just fine. And, the address, right as soon as you deleted my address from that address section, the ETH address, and, they would put their own address in because they're the controller and the register, they were able to set it. It's just like yesterday, it was like, nope, sorry, wrong resolver. And I don't mess with the resolver. I'm not technical at all. I've just been in here for the last week and a half, like I said. So, I definitely try not to change anything that I don't know, because it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, please don't click on any of these buttons. It's like, oh, thank you. But all right, well, thank you. I'll definitely double check that. I appreciate your guys' time and everything. And I just dropped a follow for you, 5159. I've never seen these ENS spaces before, so that's really awesome because it's difficult trying to look up things on YouTube or on the internet because it's I like that real life interaction, that real time interaction, and you guys are just super helpful. Everyone in these spaces are so nice in the NFT community in general. Very, very new. I'm like an NFT infant in the last 2 weeks, just born. So I greatly appreciate you guys just being as helpful, as nice, and getting me up here. I mean, seriously, I cannot express my gratitude. And with that being said, I'll let anyone else take over. You guys have a very wonderful rest of your day, and much love to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hey, yeah, we're here every day from 11 to 12:30 Eastern time, and yeah, great to have new people in here. That's what it's about, right? We just need another million of you in here, sharing it with all your friends and business friends, and helping pull the wagon, and we can all retire. So, hey, Kev, like that ENS Maxi, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much once again. And once again, all you sexy ENS Maxi profile pics, you keep being sexy. And of course, all you rare Pepes, I see you. I'm a Pepe. I see you down there. You guys have a good day, okay?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Pepes. I love Pepes, man. I got a couple Pepes in my vault, stashed away, never coming out for at least the next 10 years.
5159. I see your Maxi. 5159. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Gary Palmer. Gary 1191. I love it. Thank you for your Maxi. Your Maxi is fly, Gary.
Hell yeah, yo. Yeah, we gotta support the Maxis, right? Because I'm an ENS Maxi. I do ENS spaces every Monday through Friday. So I had to support the Maxis. Let's keep the show moving right along. Let's go to ENS Punks. ENS Punks, bro. Thank you for waiting patiently, bro. How you doing, man?
Yo, GM Kev, all is good in the hood. I was fired up since last night, getting Dylan Satoshi Every time he has a space, does a little talking, I get fired up. And then Crypto Reporter came in today, dropping that hot quote. So I was doubly fired up, and I was going to read this 1988 crypto anarchist manifesto, but then Ron started talking about aliens and 420, and just Shill started talking about inspiration, and then it hit me. It is not the time and place. It is Friday. We got Shirley Lowe in the house. I said it, Shirley Lowe. Everybody drink. And so, the reality is I got up this morning, had my coffee, burned up a little bit, that wake and bake. I went on my run. I didn't post the run. I don't always post the runs, but I get them in every day. And then I jumped in the ocean, feeling like $1,000,000 after this space. I'm going back to the beach. I don't always hit that, 2 a days at the beach, but I did yesterday. And there were so many women, and I realized I owe it to the queens. I owe it to myself. I owe it to everybody in here to go back to the beach today and make an effort to onboard at least one group of ladies. So I'm going to be doing that for the community. And then, reality was I actually had there's two IRL in real life events. The first, a couple weeks ago, I onboarded Alejandra from Mexico City live during the happy hour. She's got a plane ticket. She's coming to Miami in October. So that's IRL number one. And then me and Joint Roller, we're going to get together tonight to pregame the happy hour. And so he didn't know this, but I'm sitting over here in the crib. I was twisting up some Jacobs, as I like to call them, for this evening when we got together for that pregame. And then he canceled on me. So now it's like I got all this stuff. I don't know what to do with it, but, more for me, I guess. And so I'll make the most of the day. Looking forward to this happy hour. I don't really know where I'm going with all this. Again, I had this planned crypto anarchist manifesto, but I feel like I'm Crypto Reporter from yesterday. I'm just in that Chick-fil-A drive-through all confused, So it is what it is. Again, shout out to our girl Shirley Lowe for tuning in. Tonight she's going to turn out. So we love it when that happens. And I said it again, Shirley Lowe. So everybody drink, and I'll catch y'all at the happy hour. Oh, actually, really important. Gitcoin round 15. ENS DAO is actually having a space today. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern, my time. So if you can, make sure you get there, jump in that DAO space, learn a little bit about these Gitcoin grants. It is about the ENS builders, very important. And then start next week, me and 3402, the queen herself, we are going to be doing the damn thing. We will be, twice a week. So probably about 10 spaces total, or maybe I think about 10 spaces total. We'll have one project, one grant come per space, highlight what they're working on. We'll be inviting the community, trying to do our thing. And again, it's sort of like Shill said, everybody's talking about community. That's what it's about. You got to get in these spaces, learn about what these builders are building. And again, it's not, it's not just devs, but they're a huge part of it, of course. It's content creators like Bashar, Gary P, he's got the content going, Crypto Reporters writing stuff now. I think he's doing that together with Gary P, but 5159, it's like you are a builder. So we're reaching out. We got a few of these projects. If you have a Gitcoin grant for this round, please reach out to me or 3402. Let us know. There's going to be far more than 10 grants, but we've got 10 spots. So, probably first come, first serve, just to be fair about it. So please feel free to reach out, and we would just want to give you an opportunity to talk about your project, the grant, connect you with the space, and raise a little funding. That's it.
How much are the grants this round?
So these aren't like the ENS small grants that we did your proposal for. These are the Gitcoin grants. So you just create a profile with Gitcoin, and then you have to do an application with ENS and get approved. And basically, it's like it works off of donations. and it's quadratic funding. So this is where it gets very interesting and amazing. The Dow is set aside $69,000. That is not an accident. It is $69,000 in these matching funds. And the idea of quadratic funding, the more donations you get, the greater the match. I mean, like, let's take asteroids, e-steroids, that search engine for ENS websites, right? It got to the point where if you donated $1, they would match it by as much as $200 because they had so many people donating $1. And that's the idea. We all got to go out and support. $1 is no thing. If you can get a few hundred people, 1,000 people donating $1 to a given dev, given grant, those matching quadratic funds can just skyrocket. It could easily be matching, you donate $1, $20, it can get up to 100. I've seen as high as $200. So it is no joke, but it does require the community involvement. And so basically, I don't want to say funding is unlimited, but yeah, you had like ETH.limo. I think they raised, let's say, $10,000, $11,000 last time. Asteroids, e-steroids, they raised tens of thousands of dollars last time around. But there's plenty of amazing people. I talked about Prim.eth. Gary chimed in to double down on how important Prim.eth is. He's a dev working on these contracts for the name wrapper. And my man only ended up walking away, I think, with like less than $1,000 funding. It's just, as a community, we can do better. The dude's working, I think, a full-time job, and he's working on this, name wrapper for all of us, like as a side hustle. And, again, it's like if we had, let's say he made $800 in those grants. If we had 800 people donate $1, those things would have been matched easily by $20, $50. And then, all of a sudden, you're talking real money. So, let's just keep supporting each other. Again, definitely these Gitcoin projects, these grants, this is exactly what we're talking about. A rising tide lifts all ships. These are important. And the community is important. The builder is important.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense. The funding is out there. The community is out there for us to take advantage of it. So, yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that for myself, and I encourage everybody here as well to look into that as well. Let's go to Evan. Thank you for being patient. Let's go, Evan, and then we'll go to Crypto Reporter and call this thing a day after that.
Hey, I just got a quick question. So I got some funds coming into my account soon, and I was just wondering what any of you digit maxis or just digit enthusiasts believe is the right thing. Obviously NFA, but I'm considering either getting a top premium 4-digit like 3300 or 9900, or I could get say like 8 or 9 floor digits. So I would just love to hear anyone's opinion. Obviously, feel free. Don't cut back on me. Whatever you think is right, just let me hear it. And then, like I said, NFA, obviously. But yeah.
Not financial advice. This is not financial advice, but I traded I sold 2 of my digits, and I got a rare 0031, and I also got another one starting with a 0, ending with a 0. So I like the rares. They're less liquid, but much higher upside. We've seen that multiple times. So it really depends, right? If you want liquidity, you want to be able to get in and out fairly quickly, then I would say probably get a floor. But if you want something that you're probably going to hold a little longer, put in the vault, wait till this thing appreciates over the course of the next 36 months, then probably go after a rare. But hey, like I said, this is by no means financial advice.
Appreciate your thoughts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a premium. I had a similar thought and agreed. Yeah, I think I can hold for a long time. I mean, obviously, if the right price comes to my mind, and I'll take the deal. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll get a vault one and hold it. Thanks for your advice, and well, not financial advice, but yeah, thank you.
And palindromes. If you want a premium, you should look at palindromes.
Yeah, I've seen some premium palindromes for 5 digits and 6 digits starting to take off here. So that's also a very good sign for the things ahead. I also seen a tweet where before it was like when the 5 digits first minted out, they were what was it, 10% of the total ENS supply, and now that number is going to continue to dwindle smaller and smaller and smaller as the days go by. So I don't know, man. Five, for those who don't have a 5 digit, for the cost it is right now, it's something worth hodling for the next couple of years and just kind of forgetting about it and seeing how that thing plays out. If you're looking for a super low barrier of entry into a digit, crypto reporter, the stage is yours. Take it home. You're the anchor leg, brother.
Oh God. Okay. Try to make it real brief, but real quick, I wanted to shout out January. I see that she's in the crowd. She doesn't know it yet. She is a politician. ETH. I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for her to change the name so that everybody working with Miss Pakistan ETH, and so that we can make her an ENS queen. Have her on the space. Also, we did have some pretty good points. ENS punks had some really good points, guys. There are grants out there. There are people that are building, and I see them every day. I'm trying to work with them every day. The people that are building on top of ENS that are helping the ENS community. I feel that it's important that the people who are trying to figure out, hey, how can we make this thing big? How can we build the infrastructure? I think that you'd be supporting a very good cause by helping the people out in the community by looking at those grants. And so I'm constantly talking with ENS punks. I'm looking in my DMs to figure out, okay, what grants are available and how could I support, if I can support in any way, that just be able to help out with donations or with grants. And they actually have it in the ENS DAO. They have set funds that are set aside, right, so that we can have in real life meetups. I think that is very important. So hopefully, if there are any people on the east side, in that and I guess in either New York or DC area, just DM me, because I think, yeah, in the future I'm looking at hosting a space, or not just hosting a space, but like a in real life event. I think that's very important, because what you start to see in this community is that we're very diverse, and I saw that in New York with NFT NYC, and I think it's very, very interesting to see how diverse we really are, and but how similar we are at the same time. So thank you, Kev, for inviting me up, man. And yeah, I look forward to, what was it, Friday night happy hour. Oh my gosh, Shirley Lowe, she's in the building, and I feel like she'll be in the building again. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, yeah. I just brought on a couple of speakers. January, Miss Pakistan, and I just showed has his hand up. Ladies and gentlemen, we do this show every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The speakers, I do want to get to you guys. You guys have your hand up, but we are over time here, so if you want to keep it brief, please do. And then we'll probably call this one a day. I'll go just Shields 01, and if January and Miss Pakistan wants anything to say, then we'll go from that. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Awesome, man. 5159. Thank you so much, man. I just want to give a special shout out to Maintainer. I see you, bro. Just want to say thank you for everything, man. I just cannot ever stop thanking you, bro. Thank you so much for identifying me, and for seeing the true value. And there's this one person in here, 184.eth. I just want to say he has a very good heart. He actually shared a few things with me that definitely changed my entire perception and mindset and how to support the community. So, what he did was a very kind gesture. He could have done it completely the opposite, but I just want to say thank you for that, man. You really inspired me. I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Let's go to 01. 01, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. Just wanted to bring up one thing that I didn't hear we talk about today. The gentleman was asking about what to do with his, the funds coming in. We shouldn't go spaces without ever mentioning ENS dot vision. This is the place for you to look at domains, search, filter, forget about other marketplaces. If you want to get in, if you want to understand domains and search for your Web3 identity, just go to ens.vision, and that's the place for you to find what you're looking for. Okay?
Yeah, Great point. Great point. Especially if you wanna, sweep the floor or do a bulk purchase, that is definitely the place to go. And I wish the Dow had did that, the one that brought like 130, 150 domains. Their life would have been a bit easier. Let's go to the lovely Miss Pakistan, and then we'll go to January. What's up, Miss Pakistan?
Hey, Kev, thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to say hello to January, and we would love to have a space with you on ENS Queens. Thank you, Crypto Reporter, for setting that up for us. Yeah, so if you just let us know, 3402 will also be co-hosting with me. So yeah, we just love to have a fun space with you to talk about ENS, blockchain, and anything else you'd like to talk about.
January, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Totally willing to come and chat with anyone. I just wanted to say, just since I was called out specifically for not having my ETH up, the Utah politician ETH, and I feel like I'm kind of pushing the envelope anyways, just, running with blockchain and talking about all the value and everything that it brings. And I'm trying not to shake the boat too much. I mean, it doesn't mean in the future that it won't happen, but yeah, I just appreciate the support from the community. So thank you so much for having me, and I won't keep you.
What I would say to that, January, is so many people on Twitter, I mean, the average person really isn't on Twitter. I don't know. You'd have to, poll your constituents, but I don't think that many people are on Twitter. So I don't think it would hurt. I mean, Vitalik used it, everything. So I think I think people who don't know wouldn't even think anything of it, and
Yeah.
everyone else will give you more support. So I'd encourage you to rock it.
I'm definitely tempted. Well, you should see it. This campaign is reaching outside of Twitter for sure. It reached a local school here, and they're like, this woman is crazy. And then we're in the newspapers talking about blockchain and government. And somebody said I was a loon the other day, which I thought was fun. I mean, I don't think I'm crazy. I mean, crazy enough to run, but not actually. I would say maybe more futuristic. But it's something to consider. Give me some feedback, and I'll hang tight. And I do have to run. I have a meeting starting, so thank you so much, and I'll chat later.
Guys. Oh, Kev, can I just give her credentials really quick? January is a cybersecurity expert, guys, just so you know. So she's got a lot of info on it that's relevant to us and great to chat with. And we're going to be meeting on a space on Monday. We're just DMing. So come and join us on Monday. We're going to get into all of her knowledge on identity and privacy.
Wow, what a great chill. Yep. So my day job is in cybersecurity, digital identity, blockchain identity, innovating that and bringing self-sovereign identity. And it's not just for, like some small company. It's for a Fortune company. And yeah, but I got to run. My meeting is here. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye, January. Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ENS Update Show. We will show every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the number one space in all of Twitter. I do want to give a special shout out to the speakers, but even more, a special shout out to the listeners. You guys make this show special. Let's do a thing here, and let's all follow each other. Hey, how about we do that? Let's all follow each other, right? We're actively in the community together. We're building this community together. So give the listener to the left of you and to the right of you a follow. Give the speakers a follow. Everybody follow back, all that good stuff. But more importantly, this is the last more important thing. I have a very, very special song request, and I'm going to start doing this. Y'all start messaging me song requests to close this thing out. I have a very special song request from 184.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Oh,
It's not happy hour yet.
Did I start too early? I'm sorry. My bad.
Yo, that is hilarious. But this is here we go. Here we have it, y'all. Here we
Australians on their horse rejoice, for we are young and free. With golden soil and wealth fertile, our home is God by sea.
Actually, I think that was the wrong song, y'all. I'm sorry. I think
Kept
this.
thinking I could never live.
That's
Shirley Lowe.
definitely the wrong song. Novak.
Shirley Lowe requested that one, you know. Shirley Lowe put that one on deck. Now you got to wait for the ad. He's waiting for the YouTube ad right now. Refresh. It's a secret trick to bypass the ad. View it in the browser.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land and bound in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, y'all. Have a fantastic weekend. That is the Australian national anthem. You guys learned something new today if you're not from Australia. So 5159 is out. Peace.